What's up, gentlemen? Chris back with a video. I don't know if I fuck with that intro, but we'll just do it. All right. Today I hit a back workout. I hit a bicep workout, so we're feeling super swole. All right, but I drove down after that workout to my father's warehouse where I'm gonna do some work, and it just got me thinking, right? Because I have a motto, and my motto is, because I don't want to, that's exactly why I will. And that came to my mind and started being something that I was consistently saying to myself because, well, I'm about to turn 24 here. My birthday is in 2 days. And even prior to that, I took a road trip where I drove myself from Arizona to New York City and then back. I did that road trip again by myself. I did it over the course of about 2 months. And on that trip, obviously, driving alone in the vehicle for that distance and over that course of time, I spent a lot of time just reflecting, right, on what's important to me and who do I actually want to be, right? And some people might disagree with it, but at turning 24, I believe that's an age where I'm no longer a kid anymore, right? I have, to make the right choice more often than the wrong one. And honestly, that's a challenging thing to do because I'm still young. I still want to go out and talk to random girls and get intoxicated. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Of course, there's a time and a place. Like, I'm not going to stop talking to women. That would be stupid, especially because I want to get married and have kids someday, right? But it's the intention behind what I'm doing and why that I think is the difference between making a decision as a child and making a decision as an adult and as a man, right? And again, turning 24 years old, I'm realizing in myself that I want to be a man. That is what I value. I want to be a man. So what does that actually mean, right? A man, in my opinion, is somebody who takes on responsibilities, right? Who isn't afraid to bear weight on his shoulders, but instead asks for more weight because he knows that he can carry it, right? I want to be a man who can lead a wife, who can lead children. And I think just in society right now, a lot of the times there's so many men, boys really, who they want the world. They want a supercar. They want a hot wife, right? They want a bunch of money. They want a sick physique, but they don't want to take on the responsibilities that come with that, right? And I know in my heart and in my soul that the life that I want is going to require me to bear as much responsibility as possible. And that's why I founded my new motto, which is I don't want to, and that's exactly why I will. And that's why I hit my workouts, right? Because some days I don't want to, but I know that in order to become the man that, can hold the things that I would like to have in my life, I need to be strong enough to do that. And our bodies physically are a manifestation of what's going on internally, right? That is why we should train, not just because we want to look jacked and sexy. Of course, that's a huge part of it, but because of what it represents to us internally, the grit, okay? How often do we hit a set where we know it's a set of 10, but on rep 8, we are ready to stop. We're ready to quit, right? Outside of just bearing as much responsibility, what else does a man do, right? He's dependable, okay? What makes a man dependable? He's a man of his word. When he says he'll do something, he does it, right? He's trustworthy, okay? You can believe in the things that he's saying. He's not going to lie, right? I've always thought lying was one of the most cowardice things that you can do, and I hate doing it. I would genuinely rather hurt somebody's feelings than lie to them, than be a coward, right? And again, I think that's part of the responsibility of being a man. So, I've reflected on all these different things, and I know that there's no more dancing around the truth, right? Which is that I hadn't been a man for a very, very long time, right? That I was still acting as a boy. Obviously, I think that's normal to some degree, right? But it's time to change. It's time to do something different. It's time to lead by example, okay? Because again, like, one of the things that I truly value, I've thought about this a lot, is growing up, I always wanted a wife for whatever reason. I literally remember being like 13 years old and being like, I'm going to learn to dance, and I'm going to learn to sing, and I'm going to learn to play a guitar so I can like be the ultimate husband, right? I'm going to be in such good shape. I'm going to know how to handle myself so that she always feels safe and feels protected, right? Those were always my values. And, again, in order to have that, the woman is never going to trust me if I can't trust myself. She's never going to be able to depend on me if I can't depend on myself, right? And all of that, it starts with responsibility. Assuming as many as possible, doing what you don't want to do because that's the right thing to do, right? So just a short video today. I just had to get that off my chest. It was something I'd been thinking about. I hope that is something that resonates with you. And yeah, catch the next video. We have the next part of my series coming out for Biology is the Secret. So check out that series if you want to get in better shape, become more attractive. I truly believe our biology is the basis of who we are, and understanding that so that we can integrate that and then leverage it in order to, again, grow and be the person we're supposed to be. It's essential. So yeah, check that series out. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there will be a link in the description. See ya.